Today, in the sex trafficking and racketeering trial of Sean Diddy Combs, a federal judge immediately rejected the defense's request for a mistrial. This request came after an arson investigator took the stand. So let's take you outside the New York courthouse with CBS News legal reporter Katrina Kaufman with the very latest on how all of this unfolded. Hi, Katrina.
So yes, Combs' team requested a mistrial earlier. This was denied by the judge, but they alleged prosecutorial misconduct. It was related to testimony from an LA Fire Department investigator who had looked into an incident of alleged arson at the house of Scott Mescudi, that's the rapper Kid Cudi. Now, there was some evidence of fingerprints that was apparently destroyed back in August 2012, and the defense felt that the prosecution was insinuating in front of the jury that Combs may have been involved in that. The judge ultimately gave the jury an instruction, and so this will move forward, of course. But there was evidence in that testimony tying Combs' car to Mescudi's house. That was related also to an alleged break-in that Mescudi had previously testified. So we heard about those two incidents today, and then testimony from a former stylist who worked with Sean Combs and Cassie Ventura.
Yeah, what did the stylist have to say? You're saying that there was testimony from the stylist who worked for Diddy and also for Cassie Ventura. So what did he say on the stand?
Well, one bit of news came out on the stand, which is we had heard Cassie Ventura went into labor, and he said that yesterday he congratulated her on her baby, so she has in fact now had the baby. He also said that he spoke with her when she was a witness in this trial about what she was wearing. But his testimony illuminated a number of additional instances of violence between Sean Combs and Cassie Ventura. This is someone who was a stylist for both of them, who considers himself one of Cassie Ventura's best friends, and he told a number of harrowing stories, including that he helped Cassie hide from Sean Combs too many times for him to even count. He even said that he would keep $1,000 in cash on hand because sometimes he wanted to be able to go to a hotel and check in without having his name on it, because that was his level of fear with Sean Combs. But for instance, one of the stories he told was about how Combs came to an apartment, Cassie was asleep, he dragged her by her hair off of the couch, went into a bedroom, began attacking her, and it wasn't until there was a lot of blood that Combs even began hitting her. And it was a few seconds after that. He said there was blood, and he kept hitting her face, and she eventually ended up with a gash on her head. She had to be taken to a plastic surgeon and ended up with stitches. But like so many witnesses we've heard who were close to Combs, there's many dimensions to this relationship. It also came out that he has still stayed in touch with him over the years and even calls it a loving exchange when he is in touch with Combs, despite all of this testimony of aggression and fear.
All right, quite an emotional day per usual. Katrina Kaufman. Katrina, thank you.